Cheyenne Dr. Pepper Bryant is still in the news this week. There's been lots and lots of revelations going out about her since her original appearance on The Breakfast Club promoting her book. Lots of people are coming out, speaking out against her. We know Toure for being on MTV. He hosted a BET show which featured Cheyenne Bryant, and that's where their alleged beef stems from.
This was disturbing.
First of all, Toure, first of all, Toure.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me?
First of all,
we're getting out of here.
Toure,
like, what is the point?
Toure,
what is the point? It says go to
voice when you're talking to me.
Lower
your voice when you're talking to me. Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem.
It was over. And Cheyenne knew we had to wrap because of time. She had been told many, many, many times throughout the season, do not interrupt Toure as he's wrapping the show. It was written in the script, in every script, do not interrupt Toure as he's wrapping the show. She and I and the producer had a whole meeting mid-season about don't interrupt Toure when he's ending the show. I tried to avoid her interrupting me by tossing the last question of the show to her so she would feel like the show had ended with her getting to speak a lot. It always made me suspicious of her credentials to hear her advocate for violent parenting. What person who's educated in the field of child development would do that?
Yeah, so that was a little clip of Toure addressing his back and forth with Cheyenne Bryant.
Pretty much being disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
To where if someone had if she know, first of all, anybody off first glance know Toure is not like a confrontational type man.
Yeah.
So she has a dominating personality, and she tried to flex on him and take over his shit. You know, and again, if she met her match, right, then she's the type of woman that you will see all the ugliness about her come out, and she will get lowest to the low to where if she has to lie on you to get you up, she will. Because she's that type of that she feel like when she say something, everything stops. And she may have entertained men that given her that platform just because, one, she's a beautiful woman, but after that, she comes off as a type of woman that you really have to like, hey, shut the fuck up and sit down.
There are some women who have what she claims she have, but don't necessarily look like her. Follow me. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is supposed to be attractive, right? There's some women who have those degrees and those doctrines that may not look like she does, so they don't get pushed like she do. And maybe some women who are more darker skinned. And these women are probably mad or furious because she's getting pushed knowing that she's fake.
Yeah, Toure kept discussing this issue, noting that she was very difficult to work with, prone to interruptions, long soliloquies, and meandering off topic. So she's had lots and lots of issues working with Toure. Toure has admitted these issues have been problematic.
So pretty much, when did she came of late? Because this was over a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Corey Holcomb been talking over a year ago, and people wasn't really. They thought they were just they was whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
Old girl, flat out a hustler. I watch her when she word things. A lot of people don't know how to talk to her. I'll be like, are you a licensed doctor? I want to see you slither out of that. You're not a registered doctor. Everybody looked it up.
When did she came in to where she really started flexing? Most of the women started gravitating around her. The Cam Newton interview.
Well, as mentioned before, Corey noted she was a fraud years ago.
I mean, you said this a long time ago, and nobody listened, or half the people heard and didn't want to hear it. What's your thoughts on this?
It ain't like I felt like, nah, I told y'all, I just was, I don't know. See what it is when I went on Cam Newton.
Right.
It was a little bit right after she went on there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens out here, man. We out here still walking around amongst the people in the street. And it's people in the street who knew this lady. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, which I would never say names because these people ain't even in the game or nothing no more. They just regular citizens, but they knew her. And they was like, I can't believe she pulling it off.
And it seems like Toure even mentioned that. He said from the first conversation he had, he did not believe she was a doctor, and he had always questioned being asked to call her that. And he could tell she was not anybody's intellectual.
I'm 42, my libido's through the roof. I'm enough for 10 women. So you can't possibly be in my house in multiple houses.
Child, I know, it gets crazy. Every year I get older, I'm like, what am I going to do? Oh, I have to have sex every day, and I can't. I'm not.
We got to get married.
I need to get married. I have to get a husband.
So really what it seems like with Cheyenne Bryant is a lot of people behind the scenes knew she wasn't who she says she was, but didn't say anything for the sake of getting along. They didn't want to seem like a hater. They didn't want to talk down on her.
Again, you're giving her too much grace, and in the fact that she still, even the fact that y'all was giving her grace, she still was like, y'all, I'm gonna do this. It's a whole lot of exposure. It's just
Did you see Amanda Seals defending her?
Of course. I mean, she's another one.
Nutty, crazy as cat shit.
Right.
Why are you all so obsessed about Cheyenne Bryant? Like, okay, she lied. I can see if she lied and like harmed people. She was on my podcast and she was brilliant. We live in a world where we act like credentials is what determines somebody's effectiveness across the board. And in some respects, it is absolutely necessary. And in her respect, it actually wasn't necessary for her to do the work that she does. That being said, I just don't care.
There's no way anybody that's defending Bryant, Mr. Cheyenne Bryant, from here on out, you are a clown.
What about Umar? Is he a clown too?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Bryant having or not having a doctorate does nothing to my doctorate, Art. It does nothing to my career. It does nothing to my profession. I don't have a need to investigate her. I don't have a need to slander her, to belittle her, to malign her, to assault her. I don't have no need to do anything against that black woman because she hasn't hurt anybody.
I think Umar's just, I think he's campaigning to get in them draws.
Of course.
Yeah, and she's gonna reach out to Dr. Umar because he's trying to smash.
Of course, and she gonna drop them draws because Corey says she's a bottom.
Yeah.
She's
a bust down.
She know because as of right now, if she doesn't stay viral, she's
gone.
She's gone.
Yeah, and what she really needs to be concerned about is there could be some legal charges coming for her.
If someone falsely claims they earned a PhD or a doctorate that they never received, that can absolutely become a legal issue, especially if you're using those credentials to build a business, gain public trust, sell services, or make money. And yes, that can absolutely fall under fraud or misrepresentation. Legally, the bigger issue isn't just did they say they were a doctor? The bigger question is, were they practicing a licensed profession without a license?
There could be some sort of charges being pressed up since she pretended to be a doctor, and I don't know how I know legally she violated something promoting herself as a medical doctor. But yeah, there's going to be some sort of legal ramifications for her doing this. There's going to be some sort of charges going to be brought up soon.
See, the point is, she can be okay if she says she's a life coach.
But now she is.
But she refused to say that because when you have doctor in front of your name, nobody's going to challenge that.
Exactly, and that's not even a battle we're fighting because there's too many videos of her from the past couple years calling herself a doctor, saying she's a doctor.
So how many people that she has supposedly spoken to as supposed to be as a doctor?
Yeah, so this is going to be very interesting. Now she's going to be playing with her freedom as well as her reputation. So did you also see her response video this week of her in a bikini?
Of course.
I don't understand what the point of that was.
She's want to stay relevant. And right now, anything she does is going to be viral. So she's trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
That's it.
My start as far as like a therapist, I started off as a marriage child therapist about 18 years ago before I attained my doctorate degree in counseling psychology. Once I became a doctor of psychology, I transitioned from a therapist to a psychology expert in private practice.
Yeah, it was two things that I felt really got Dr. Bryant in the spotlight. One was her looks. She is an attractive woman. But two, she knows how to talk. And I think the number one thing a lot of women could learn from Dr. Bryant is being able to be in your femininity gets you into places you don't deserve to be in. You can control the whole room by being feminine and being well-spoken and looking presentable. I don't say you got to be as fine as Dr. Bryant to move ahead, but this is a lesson for a lot of women to learn from if you can learn something from this. I'm pretty sure this time next year she'll just be a laughable punchline. Hopefully the OnlyFans page will start, because that seems to be what happens to a lot of unsuccessful pretty women.
Yeah, like I said, anybody right now put her on their platform, they know she gonna drive up views and clicks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, she's 2.0 Rachel Dolezal.